Hello, Internet. We're back. At least temporarily. Maybe. Forever. Maybe. Marvel News Desk Born Again. Episode 0. This is Adam. And Caleb and Rhiannon are both here.
Hi.
Hey, guys. Yeah, we're back for anywhere between 1 and 1,000,000 episodes. We'll see where we fall in that spread.
We'll see.
I assumed Adam summoned us here to talk about the Hades Town movie coming out. But
that's what I'm most excited for, truth be told. I saw that. I saw it 2 weeks late, the news, and I assumed you guys had known, but I figured I'd bring that up. I'm stoked. I'm absolutely stoked. Has it already been in theaters? Apparently I'm not super stoked to actually buy tickets and go.
Okay, so Hades Town, the best musical on Broadway, is in theaters for 5 days on July 24th.
Oh, so I didn't miss it.
It would have to be July 24th to July 29th, though, right? It can't be for 5 days
Or
on July.
I might have that date wrong.
Well, no, I was just teasing as far as they can't do 5 days worth on a single day.
Yeah. And they say July 24th, but my ticket is for July 23rd, so it's really 6 days. But, movie theaters are weird, which Caleb is an expert on, so.
So I am...
yeah, Caleb, give us
I'm excited that I have a Broadway trivia bit that I think will come back in somewhere else in the show. That's what they call a tease here in the biz. So if you're into Broadway and Marvel, I will connect them somehow down there.
Well, but I do want to thank our 3 fans that were really excited when Adam posted the little Born Again logo. So
that is true.
Yeah. I'm so excited that we have maybe 3 listeners.
And only one of the 3 was a family member, so we really have 2, but that's besides the point. No, I got really, really bored one day last week, so I hopped on our Discord that's remained alive for the past 18 months. It's been a full 2 years, hasn't it?
Something like that.
I don't know. I was trying to remember. Yeah.
Well, let's start off with that. We just went through our own little Avengers Endgame 2-year time leap. Rhiannon, where are you now? That you don't have to break any NDAs or...
I don't have any NDAs. I quit my government job because I was stupid. I've been trying to start my own company. I'm living here in the suburbs of DC. DC is a horrible place. Never moved from New York to DC. Ever. I'm here. I'm trying to start my own company. Everything's going badly. I have no income. Hire me. If any of you out here have some sort of consulting work or something you want me to do, just call me. I'll figure it out. So I'm here with my cats, working on my business. I have a cat trying to climb in my lap right now. DC area, but I still go up to New York very regularly. And that's the very long and short of it. Caleb, what are you up to?
So I'm still in Rhode Island. The things I used to do for part-time work, I now do for full-time work. And the things I did for full-time, I now do part-time, but that's not interesting to anybody. Our oldest kid is looking at colleges, and so that's making me feel very old.
Nuts.
But yeah, other than that, I don't know. Same old, just run around 4 girls and trying to keep my sanity in a house with absolutely no male energy whatsoever.
At some point over the past 2 years, I met the 4 girls, so that was cool.
Yes, that's right. Last year at San Diego Comic-Con, we took the girls to Comic-Con and Rhiannon was there, so we got to say hello.
Yeah.
I'll go to Comic-Con someday. I don't know when. By the way, speaking of Comic-Con, I had a publisher reach out and ask me to host my first ever moderate a panel at San Diego Comic-Con this year. And unfortunately for me, Kels is due with baby number 2 September, early September, so it's just cutting it way too close. But Dark Horse asked me to moderate the 10th anniversary panel of Black Hammer. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Adam, what are you doing? The baby will not come. How did you say no to that?
Right. It's cutting it close. Really very much enjoy that. But I turned it down, damn it. So we stopped this in February 2024, right? Spring 2024?
That sounds about
You have looked into it more than I have.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. So Elliot, our firstborn, was born shortly thereafter, or right at the end there.
Wait, can you give more of his name?
Yes, Elliot. So he's technically named after my father, but his middle name is Rand, after the immortal Iron Fist, Danny Rand. But my dad's name is also Randy, so that is how I sold that with Kelsey, my wife. So yeah, Elliot Rand's named after the immortal Iron Fist. Baby number 2 is not named after any comic book characters, unfortunately. We almost, if it was going to be a boy, I got Kels to agree to name him after Man-Thing. But we're having a girl, so we are not naming the little girl after Man-Thing. But anyways, move on to 2024. When was it? Paramount. This was before gross people bought Paramount. Paramount sold my employer at the time, comicbook.com, to somebody. And that somebody made us all sign non-disparagement agreements. So that's all I can really say about that. Note, it is, I did say disparagement, not disclosure, so I am no longer at comicbook.com. And neither is anyone else. Everyone left. Most people left. I think as of now, there are 4 people left there. I went and did non-entertainment journalist stuff. And that's been almost 2 years now. And I'm getting the itch, man. I'm getting the itch to do something. So that's why I brought it up to you guys. Let's bring M&D back. Probably, actually, the biggest news for this podcast is I also have not watched a single Marvel thing since we stopped the podcast. That's probably pretty big news, right?
You had stopped watching stuff. I was going to say, you had stopped watching stuff before we finished the podcast, Adam. People know.
That's accurate. That's accurate. The main thing I watched in entirety was Secret Invasion, I think we determined. Was that after Echo? I think that was the last thing I watched. That took it out of me, man. I don't know. And since then, I've seen Born Again 1. Well, we can argue about that later, because Caleb's like Secret Invasion's biggest fan now. I've seen a few things. I saw Daredevil, Born Again 1. I saw Deadpool and Wolverine. I think that's it. But we'll get to that later. News. There's some news, right? They're making like Doomsday or something. And then they're also making Secret Wars eventually, right? And now they're also making a Nova movie by Michael Waldron, which I'm pretty hyped about. I like Nova, right? I also liked Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And Heels wasn't too bad. Caleb, Michael Waldron's writing a Nova.
Yes. So to me, the interesting thing is the separate pieces of data that have all happened the last like 2 weeks. So I don't know if any of this is true, but there's rumor. First of all, they're like, oh, the Eternals are going to be part of what's coming after Secret Wars. And the Eternals still matter. And then it was like, well, the next Avengers movie after Secret Wars might be Avengers Judgment Day. Kind of taking in that, was it what, Kieran Gillen, right? The Judgment Day storyline where the Celestials were going to judge people for their, the way they've lived and all that kind of stuff. And then we hear about Nova. It all kind of fits together. Like, I kind of find it hard to believe that Marvel is going to put all their eggs in the next basket of something as sort of ethereal and intellectual as that. But I don't know, the Nova thing, it does seem like maybe they want to get excited about I think if you read the writing on the wall, Captain America Brave New World did not make very much money. Thunderbolts did not make very much money. Guardians still did fine. And so I think they're thinking maybe people want to go space. Maybe it's time for a little like sci-fi direction. So, but then again, nobody watched the Marvels, so I have no idea. But to me, it does make sense that those things would go together.
The other thing was that Nova was originally developed as a Disney Plus show, right? What's Kitty? Kitty, hi Kitty. You guys can't see this, but there's a kitty on the screen now. I forgot which one that is.
It's Mezzy.
It's Mezcal. TikTok superstar. They still have a TikTok account, right?
They do.
I wasn't sure if that was public either.
To kittens. But anyways, keep going.
No, so Nova was a Disney Plus show, and as two folks, Rhiannon, you are, Marvel television through and through. What, how's things been? Why is Nova not being a TV show? What's going on over there? Should we start doom clickbait articles or what?
They made the big change about right when we stopped the podcast, I guess, where they brought in actual TV people for the TV shows. So I think the TV has been much better since they've done that, because who knew television people do better television. But but with that, they reduced the budget on the TV shows. And I don't know a whole lot about Nova, but it sounds to me like one that needs a big budget. So if they're going to put the, hundreds of millions of dollars into movies, they're going to have to make it a movie.
What? So we have Daredevil 3, Daredevil Born Again 3 has filmed, right? We're waiting on Vision Quest. That's later this year.
Yeah.
And then what else is there? Wonder Man 2? Or am I misremembering?
Yeah, they haven't announced a whole lot on the TV side. So, yeah, Vision Quest, which, man, that one's been in the can for like years now at this point. I can't believe they're doing Wonder Man 2, but good for them.
So let's pivot. Oh, go ahead.
And there's rumors that, like, this might be, you know, like, they're not making any promises yet about more Daredevil, so.
Yeah. Let's pivot. So, let's pivot on to
20
the
minutes.
next topic.
That's as much as
20
we
minutes.
can do.
We made it. Not even 20 minutes. The next topic was Marvel's going back to Hall H and the pie in the sky prediction. So you and all of your acquaintances and friends have gotten 2 seasons of Daredevil. You're getting a 3rd season. Is your pie in the sky something Daredevil continuing? What's kind of like the holy grail of Marvel announcements?
So Marvel Hall H panels have been movie related. They did the Daredevil announcement. Gosh, was that 23 or 24? I think that was 2023. It was like 2023 that they did the announcement that they were doing more Daredevil. Might have even been 22. But since then, there really hasn't been any other TV announcements at San Diego. They've done all of the TV stuff at D23, and they did a panel last year at New York Comic Con. So I'm anticipating that unless they have something really big that they're planning to blow everybody's mind with that involves, movie crossovers, I don't anticipate any TV news at San Diego. I think it'll be your Nova movie or whatever on that side.
That ruins my pie in the sky thing.
You can have your pie in the sky theory.
Yeah, I know. So mine is after having seen the set photos from season 3. I'm assuming we've all seen the set photos, right? And from what I gather,
this is time for people to just, jump ahead a minute if they haven't.
Yeah, if you haven't, major spoilers. But everyone's back, right? Danny Rand's back, and Elektra's back, and Luke Cage obviously came back at the end of season 2, as I understand. Who else? Is that it? Jessica Jones, I think, was in one of the pictures as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe you look at House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones and all of the streaming shows that are moving more and more ensemble-y. Could we see the end of Daredevil and it just goes straight Heroes for Hire or Marvel Street something, and each person gets like 5 episodes or an arc that lasts X amount of episodes? I think that's something I would really, really enjoy.
Yeah, so my understanding, and I've never dug into this really deeply, but my understanding is there's something in the union rules and everything is that, like, after 3 seasons of a TV show, the pay goes up. Like, all of the writers, executive producers, and actors and everything, like, there's a massive increase. So they have, if that is true, there is a big financial incentive to stop Daredevil Born Again and start Heroes for Hire or start the Defenders again or, come up with something completely different that they do from there. And so I anticipate no Daredevil Born Again season 4. But I'm with you that there could be some sort of, spin-off ensemble type show, something like that. And my guess would be that's why they don't do that from the beginning. Like, rather than doing 8 episodes of The Defenders, I believe it's less expensive if they do 3 seasons of Daredevil, 3 seasons of Heroes for Hire, 3 seasons of some sort of Jessica Jones or whatever to move things along. But, dude, they've got to get better at TV. Back to that other question. Like, the TV is getting better, but they still don't have it. The last season of Daredevil was just better, but...
Incredible. Amazing. That's the right words there.
From a whole picture standpoint, it had editing issues.
Yeah.
But you haven't seen it yet, so you don't have a little thing where Caleb got blipped.
Caleb got blipped. I saw a clip, what was it? Of Yelena coming back, getting unblipped? And what was that in? Did I totally miss that? Was that Hawkeye?
Yeah.
No.
I don't recall ever seeing that, and I don't
think it was Thunderbolts, but it might have been. I don't think it was No, it wasn't Thunderbolts. No, it wasn't Thunderbolts. What else was she in? Now you're going to drive me crazy.
All right, so it was Hawkeye. When you saw Yelena come back.
So you've been listening to us this whole time?
Not the whole time, but some chunk of it, yes. So
it was Hawkeye. Okay.
Whoops, did you see Hawkeye, Adam? Episode. I did. I loved it. Or I enjoyed it. I should say.
Yeah.
You
'Cause
also missed me
that-
talking over Rhiannon about how good I thought Daredevil Season 2 was and how she's wrong about Daredevil Season 2.
Hey, I noted that you thought I was wrong.
Good, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I noted that
I'm
Caleb
very
disagrees with me.
interested to watch that now. Well, Caleb, we went through our pie in the sky thing for Hall H. What's the one reveal you want? You need.
Oh, I mean, I think what we're going to get and what I want the X-Men. I want to know who's cast and which characters we're going to get in the team. And to get like a better sense of like, is it all going to be 18-year-olds? Are they going to start like young, or are they going to give us a mix? Is it going to be like the X-Men 97 bunch, or is it going to be some other team? You know, they're going to try to stick to the original 5, or like all that stuff. I find all that very, very interesting.
And it also segues to the very next topic is there's all sorts of casting rumors. I didn't know how bad the digital media landscape had gotten until I read this news article from a website that I had typically enjoyed in the past. And then they sourced some faceless person on Twitter that I had never heard. So that's maybe my crotchety old get off my lawn type rant on digital media, but apparently there's two different things. Adam Driver as Magneto, and what was the other one? Professor X being Patrick Wilson. What are your? I love Patrick Wilson. What are your thoughts on those two potential alleged castings?
I mean, so here's the thing. I've never loved Patrick Wilson in anything I've ever seen him in, so like I'm not as big on that one, but that doesn't mean it's gonna be bad. I love the idea of Adam Driver as Magneto. Like, to me, you need an actor that has some ability. I mean, because, you know, you're following up for Ian McKellen and Michael Fassbender. And I think Adam Driver can do it. You know, I think he's legit got the chops to be a good Magneto. So how they're going to make Adam Driver somebody who survived the Holocaust is another really fascinating piece of all this, you know, like how they're going to play with that and where they're going to go with that. I'm not looking forward to the rage bait that's going to happen already. I'm sure people are already searching to see just how Jewish is Adam Driver and does he count in their mind, you know, since there's all these, I understand it, but there's like all these rules about what Magneto's got to be and how he's got to be perceived. And so, but I'm interested in X-Men. The little bit of tidbit I had, Rhiannon, I don't know if you knew this, Patrick Wilson was a producer of The Lost Boys on Broadway.
Oh.
That's the payoff for my tease earlier, that's the Broadway connection for the MCU. But so yeah, I don't know.
It's a great Broadway show. Everybody should see it.
Better than Hadestown. Mind you, the only thing I know about Hadestown is the tiny desk, so maybe Hadestown sucks and it's just the tiny desk. That's good.
No, it's just legitimately good, yeah.
Okay. So the main discussion, as I've said, I have seen very little. And now we are going to do MND Deathmatch or Death Fight or Fight to the Death. Caleb and Rhiannon have to pitch me the next thing I watch in the MCU. So I've watched Echo, I've watched Daredevil 1, I've watched Deadpool and Wolverine and Guardians 3, and I think that's it. I think that's it since spring 2024.
So the list that you put together of the things you have not watched, do you want to go through that list or do you want me to read it?
Yes, if you have it, yes.
I have it pulled up. So you have not seen Ironheart, The Marvels, Loki Season 2, What If Season 2, What If Season 3, Agatha All Along, Captain America Brave New World, Thunderbolts, The Fantastic Four, First Steps, Wonder Man, Daredevil Born Again Season 2, Punisher, One Last Kill, and Eyes of Wakanda.
Truth be told, I didn't know there was a What If Season 3. I have a feeling neither of you are going to say I should watch that next.
No.
I would say What If
watched...
is the best of the What Ifs.
For what it's worth.
That's a strong argument. So, Caleb, how do we want to do this? Like,
I think you should go
one
first,
recommendation.
Rhiannon.
See,
Sorry,
I'm torn.
Still delayed, but you should go first.
I'm torn. But I think it's July. We're moving into spooky season. Maybe Agatha All Along. Maybe.
So, you keep going. That was my pick as well. So that's fascinating.
Was it really?
It was. Keep going.
Wait, so Caleb, of all of these, you weren't going to say like the Fantastic Four?
So it's hard because it was which one will Adam like most or
Okay.
which one do I think is the best? I went with which one do I think is the best, And straight up, I think Agatha All Along is the best of that whole batch.
Real.
I think Agatha All Along was very solid. Yeah.
Interesting. Because, truth be told, you guys know I like horror stuff as well. And
Yeah.
we are a spooky type household, and that was very high on my list. Well, look at that. We resolved that really quick.
It's
So I
got
don't want
like
to see
musical
Thunder
theater.
Rhiannon, but
Go on, Caleb.
I don't want to. I mean, so I have lots of thoughts on this. Is it all right for me to go? I don't want to like take
Go.
Yeah,
Okay.
Go ahead.
So here's why Agatha All Along is fantastic. First of all, we talk about TV and doing TV right. They set up the plot so it's very serialized, and it makes sense that each episode is an episode. And so that is really good. Second of all, as a fan of horror, the way that WandaVision sort of did a different genre of sitcom each week, they kind of do a different genre of horror each week. I don't know if that's exactly right, but sort of a different vibe, sending up to different kinds of spooky movies. And so that's very smart, very clever, and it's all coded. Each episode is to a particular character that has a particular color, that has a particular meaning, and so it all just like fits really clean. But the best part of it is that there are two big twists at the end of the show that make you reconsider the entire show up until then. And those twists, upon second watch, are perfect like clockwork. They set all of the groundwork, and I watched it recently a second time through, and I go, how did I not see all this stuff ahead of time? Like, it's all there. They give you all the hints, all the foreshadowing, all the plot crumbs that you need to like then successfully sort of flip you around in the last moment. On top of that, everybody in it is a very good actor. Patti LuPone is fantastic. You know, Catherine Hahn continues to be amazing. The what they call him Teen is very good in the role that Teen is in. I'm sure you'll be able to figure that out. We get Aubrey Plaza just being delightfully her. Like, it's all super well made on a limited budget, but they use it the totally appropriate way. Every episode is kind of a little bit of a puzzle box or like escape room almost. Like, I just find it very satisfying. It fits. It's well written, well acted. And then like the themes of talking about how like women get ostracized and sometimes choose to take the role of witch rather than be treated as lesser than, and how they're willing to take on the persona of a villain in order to claim their own agency is like a really fascinating kind of feminist like approach to society. I just think it's all really, really, really good.
Yeah, and I'll second like everything that Caleb said. He covered on everything. I think binging it would keep you from having the one problem. Like, it was a great week-to-week show. It was the first show that I felt comfortable, like, after one episode ended, thinking about it all week, about what's going to happen next week. Yeah, and it didn't disappoint. Like, you got to the next week, and it was still very good. Until the very last episode, like, I had that week, and my brain went all kinds of places of, like, you know, what are they going to do in the next episode? Binging it would just not give you that time to have all those ideas. Yeah, that was more a where my brain goes thing than any problems with the show. Fabulous little earworms going through. Visually great. Yeah. And Adam, you like spooky season stuff. So
I would go so far as to say that if Vision Quest is in the ballpark of WandaVision and Agatha, then that will be the greatest Marvel trilogy of all time. WandaVision, Agatha All Along, Vision Quest. If Vision Quest can be in the ballpark of those other two.
So obviously the Billy Tommy of it all is comics complicated in the comics. Does that adapt well?
That is a storyline.
I would say that, let me put it this way, I just watched it with an 8-year-old, and with minimal conversation, she understood what was going on.
Nice.
So,
Caleb knew my, what do they call it? The media literacy? I have the media literacy of an 8-year-old. Hell yeah. No, that's reassuring because that was like the one of the top of the two choices on the list. The question I did have is anything on that list Rhiannon said, like, I don't think I need to watch it chronologically, right? Like Thunderbolts, I could just jump in, right?
I mean, there's a little bit in Captain America Brave New World before Thunderbolts, but I don't think you need. I think you can figure it out I mean, you're not even figure it out. I think they spell it out. They know 3 people watched Brave New World.
And Caleb, Sentry, you love Paul Jenkins, right? Do you like Thunderbolt's take on Sentry?
I do, because Thunderbolts is a really thoughtful movie. Like, it's one of the best movies about mental health, probably, that I've ever seen. Like, and I mean, that is the movie. Thunderbolts is a movie about, like, how do you help somebody who's got really bad depression issues or bipolar issues? Like, that's what the movie is. And the fact that they make a satisfying superhero movie out of it is really fantastic.
And now they're the next people to make a movie about Cyclops. So it's just perfect, right? The Thunderbolts guys are the X-Men guys, right? Or not?
Yeah, that's right. So I would say you probably need to see Black Widow to see before you see Thunderbolts. Because Charles Murphy always used to say this. Thunderbolts is Black Widow 2, is what it is, and it's amazing.
Wait, you haven't
that
seen
it's so
Black
good
Widow?
given.
No, I've seen Black Widow. I was making that face because I didn't want to watch it again.
Yeah, you don't need to watch it again.
You have to watch it again. I'm just saying most of the characters are introduced there.
But I agree
Rhiannon,
with Caleb and Charles.
Is there something on that list that you think was this is hard to say. What's the worst thing on that list? What's the thing Adam should not watch on that list?
I think those are 2 different categories. The worst thing on the list to me is Brave New World. I have not seen What If 2 and 3. But I would say the worst thing on the list is Brave New World, but I think Adam needs to see it because he likes big cinematic movies. And while that movie wasn't great, it did have Red Hulk.
Did he smash stuff?
He smashed stuff.
This is my biggest problem. Everyone, first off, they fired the visual development team. Worst decision Marvel Studios has ever made. That's a story for a different time. But then they release all these awesome pictures of the leader and how he is supposed to look all cool. And in the movie, he doesn't look like that. He looks like a brain boy. You kidding me? That's crazy.
Yeah, I think that movie got hurt by the writer's strike. I wonder if they got almost too much time to think about that movie. Like, they had some decisions made, and then the writer's strike happened. They're like, well, we could think about this more, and they maybe over-tinkered. But
I honestly
looking back at
remember
this
a lot
list,
about it.
most of it's pretty good. I mean, Adam, I think you would like Fantastic Four just because you like the cosmic stuff, and I think you would like the spaceness of it all. It's fun. It's the best Fantastic Four movie they've ever made. And you would love Galactus. I mean, I think you'd get a kick out of that. And then I think it's worth noting that, like, Wonder Man has been nominated for Best Actor in a comedy at the Emmys this year. Like, Wonder Man is incredibly well acted. It's very different. It's not very superhero-y, but it's good and it's fun. There's one episode of it that I think is just absolutely hilarious. So,
is that the one starring the Great Lakes Avenger, or is that not that one? It is that one? I saw he trended on Twitter, and I'm like, why is this very Doorman, for everyone who's listening, why is he trending on Twitter? And I can't believe he made it to the MCU. So that's...
Doorman is really fun. That's not my favorite episode.
Okay.
So there's an episode after... I can say... There's an episode where a guy with a GoPro accidentally catches Simon Williams on tape. And then him and Trevor Slattery spend the rest of the night in various corners of Los Angeles trying to track down the GoPro footage. And it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And it's hilarious. Doorman's super fun as well because they just absolutely mock Josh Gad endlessly and make full advantage of being able to use Disney IP. But it's a lot of fun. It's really smart.
I will say I jumped too quick to say Brave New World. When we talk about this list, I have to put the caveat that I could only watch 5 minutes of Punisher One Last Kill, and then I noped out and have had no reason to go back. So everyone I've talked to, I have a bunch of friends that watched it, and I was like, hey, do I need to watch this? And they were like, Caleb, do I need to watch it?
I mean, it's Punisher. He's
it's
really
another
sad
Punisher origin story.
Yeah, he's really sad that his wife and kids died, and so now he goes and does a bunch of gratuitous violence. If you like gratuitous violence, you probably will enjoy it.
Will they kill a dog?
They kill a dog, so just screw that. I'm not watching it.
So you're out on John Wick too?
I liked John Wick. The dog killing had purpose. I don't know. I've watched John Wick. I don't need to see Punisher as John Wick.
Caleb, have you seen John Wick?
I saw the first one, yeah. But they definitely...
Wait, I
second
watched
one's
the John
better.
Wick
They definitely
series
fridged
because
the
of you
dog.
guys.
When we
Yeah.
talk about comic books and
I
fridging
thought they could-
characters, the dog is fridged, for sure.
The dog was fridged in Supergirl, too. What's up with all these dogs getting spoilers? I haven't even seen it. I read the comic. I'm assuming that's what happens.
Well, I mean, it's a little different. The dog is not killed in Supergirl, but...
So, yeah, I don't think you need to watch Punisher One Last Kill. You can just...
It's crazy how we quit this 2 years ago as the DCU was starting up, and part of me thought maybe we should just move to DC News Desk. And now we came back 2 years later, and the DCU probably won't live till the end of the year. Crazy times, right?
The problem for DC, I have whole thoughts on this. The problem with DC is, for better or worse, they have tied themselves so tightly to James Gunn. Like, Supergirl was trying to be a James Gunn movie. Because, we always talk about the Marvel house style. The house style for DC is do it like James Gunn would do it. And that, you can't run that forever. It's going to run out of juice eventually.
I'm still holding out hope for Lanterns, man. Doing that True Detective, Prestige, HBO type stuff. We'll see.
I'm a big Damon Lindelof guy. And so that's what gives me hope for Lanterns. I mean, I'm enough of a Lindelof guy. I thought that Lost was great all the way through. So,
Real. We were just talking about those days, man. Do you remember the message boards and the crazy 20-episode, 30-episode seasons? Those were the days.
Yeah. But I think, my overall takeaway from what we looking at this list, I don't think any of this is terrible. I don't know if I want to say any of it. Ironheart, I thought, was actually pretty good for what it was. It was a teen crime drama, and they also had the guts to make her a terribly unlikable character, which I think comic stuff doesn't do enough, and I thought that was interesting, to have a really complex, flawed person. Loki Season 2 is better than Loki Season 1, and it continues, I think, just really good writing. I think Waldron was in around some of that stuff, too. The What If stuff is fine. We talked about Agatha. I didn't love Brave New World. I loved it last on a rewatch. Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four were both good. Wonder Man is good. I love Daredevil Born Again. And Wakanda, Eyes of Wakanda, if you were homesick one day, it's worth the hour and a half it would take to watch those 4 episodes. It's got Ryan Coogler fingerprints on it, So.
And Iron Fist, right? There's an Iron Fist somewhere?
There is an... How have you not watched the Iron Fist episode?
I've been MIA, man. I've watched Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. I'm sure you've heard that number.
Yeah. Spider-Man is Amazing Friends.
We've watched... Not yet. I think we're getting close, though, because he's finally sitting down to watch... He watched Hotel Transylvania the other day, naturally. Toy Story. He can sit through a little bit of Toy Story. So we're getting there.
So, Adam, you summoned us back for the podcast. Are you going to watch something before we record again?
Absolutely. That's what we need to discuss. How many episodes is Agatha?
9.
8?
5 or 6.
9? 5 or 6?
It's 9 half hours.
So, yeah, let's split that into 2 chunks. Does that work for you guys? Front half and a back half? And then I'm going to watch that, and then we're going to come back and talk about a 2-year-old show.
But it's a good show to be coming back to 2 years. I'll try to rewatch it.
Yeah. Maybe that's going to doom Andy Born Again before we even get off. We watch all the good stuff first, and then we just get into burnout because we're watching What If Season 5. Also, I didn't put X-Men 97 on there. I'm sure that's one of Caleb's favorite things.
X-Men 97, it's so stinking good. It has no right to be as good as it is. It is so fantastic.
Even the whole weird overhang of Beau DeMayo and all that stuff, that hasn't sullied it at all?
Not really. I think... I'm going to get myself in trouble. I think he's kind of full of crap. I think he was actually a weird, creepy guy to work for. Best I can tell. Because, There are some parts where the first season gets kind of like unreasonably horny for a cartoon. I'm like, what's going on here? And so the idea that he was like sending weird, unsolicited shirtless pics doesn't really surprise me based on what's there. Like that's the worst part of X-Men 97. Is like there's like a shower scene with Morph and Wolverine, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, why is this in here?
I mean, it makes sense. Wolverine's involved. I assume Cyclops and Jean were as well.
I'm saying Morph and Wolverine.
Okay, yeah, man. Why not? It's 2026.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, man. So that's MND BA number 0 2.0. I'm going to watch Agatha all along, the first 4 or 5 episodes, and we'll reconvene at a later time, and we'll talk about that.
Could do it after San Diego, so we can talk about what happened to San Diego.
Good idea.
Or before San Diego, and then we'll have another episode after San Diego.
Sure.
We'll see how long it takes Adam to watch these episodes.
That's the one thing Kelsa's wanted to watch, so we'll probably go start right now.
She's going to love it. She's going to love it.
My prediction, so our 11-year-old girl, it's her favorite show, Agatha, all along. And my prediction is that you are going to, at some point, end up binging 3 or 4 in a row because you're hooked and you're enjoying it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to start right now, after we put the boy to bed, and we'll watch it. Thanks to What's His Nuts for doing the theme song that I'm sure is lost media by now. Also, thanks to Alvin for the theme music. That's not going to be on this episode because I don't know where it's at. And then the other guy for making the logo. And then Matt Turner Toad because he was the first to comment on our post. Michael commented on it. Chris Compendio commented on it.
Chris!
I think Ashcrafty commented on it. And here we go. Now I'll figure out how to edit this thing and poop it out to the internet.
Yeah. You guys will have to let me know what people say on the Twitter, because I completely
That is the worst website on the internet.
I'm not there
it's
anymore.
So gross.
People can find me on, like, Blue Sky. They can find me on Substack. They can find me other places. But, yeah, I completely got rid of my Twitter.
It sucks ass. Pardon my French, but holy damn. I don't want to see shit Benny Johnson has to say, you know? And on that note, I might go nuke my Twitter because you guys just upset me. Because I have to think about it now.
All right.
I mean, we still
not
technically
bad.
have the M&D Twitter. I occasionally log on to the Super Ladies Twitter.
Yeah? Who are you, Matt Murdoch's neti pot?
No, but I know her.
You know who it is? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's a question
She's good
I wanted.
people.
Okay.
She's good people.
All right. Anyways,
she's the one that runs the Save Daredevil account.
I'm surprised you guys didn't recommend Daredevil 2. I thought that was going to be one of the recommendations. Caleb loves it. Rhiannon's going to start Kill Daredevil now and be like, enough's enough.
I would put Agatha All Along higher on my list than Daredevil Season 2.
As would I. That is true.
Yeah. That's
Awesome.
I don't feel like it's much watch TV. I was making my roommate watch it, and we got like 3 episodes in, and then we forgot. So.
All right, Agatha, all along it is, and
Good luck editing this.
yeah, we'll figure it out, you know. And then here goes the outro music, and we'll see you when we see you.